This is my cheat sheet for Monday, January the 23rd. Alright, so I'm not going to take a look at any one poll and make deductions. As a loyal follower at this point, hopefully, you understand that one poll can say any number of things. But as to if the South Carolina primary will affect the Florida primary, absolutely, ironclad, slam down, yes, it will. We have one poll, just one, that's been released post the South Carolina here in Florida. And the numbers, complete turnaround. Mitt Romney led in every single polling company in Florida. Every single one of them that was polling our primary. And the average lead, 18 points prior to Saturday's South Carolina primary. The very first poll released yesterday, just after the South Carolina primary, ended up showing Newt Gingrich with an 8-point lead in Florida. So, who knows how the next week's going to play out. We have two more debates between our primary on the 31st, but what is absolutely clear is it's game on. Oh wait, that was another presidential candidate that said that. Nevertheless, it absolutely will be a horse race here in Florida. South Carolina absolutely has changed the way the game will be played. And here's what you're going to hear about. Housing, at least as much as jobs. Something interesting, and I never saw this number. You might not have either. Rick Scott, he actually won. We know about his whole jobs plan. I mean, let's get to work became synonymous with pretty much everything in our state for about a year or so. Well, it actually is going to be housing. See, Rick Scott, how he won the election, yeah, it was the whole jobs thing, but Alex Sink was talking about that too, it was housing. He won 60% of the vote from those who said that he had the best plan to address the housing crisis in Florida. So make no mistake, the Republican presidential candidates will be aware of this. In the debates on the trail, you're going to hear as much about housing over the next week as you did and can anticipate hearing about jobs. And you know that Newt's relationship with Fannie and Freddie will be brought up extensively by the Romney camp. All right, let's take a look inside Apple's iBook real quick. There's been some added emphasis on this because the big educational announcement took place on Thursday. Apple wants to become part of the classroom, K through 12, and they're working on higher education too. How much of a monopoly may it be? Well, this is interesting. We now know their price structure. Apple makes 30% on all iBooks sold. So 70% to the publisher, 30% to them. But here's the interesting thing. They have to sign an exclusive relationship just with Apple. So you can't sell your book anywhere else. This would lock in all the educational companies just to Apple's platform with one caveat. If you want to offer it free, you may offer your iBooks anywhere for free. But if you pay, you make them pay, you make us pay, it has to go through Apple. Be interesting to see how that plays out as the educational establishment takes a look at implementing Apple's iBook products. We are going to have a third regular electric car enter the marketplace. The first one was delivered in LA over the weekend. It's the Honda Fit. It's not going to be ready for regular sale until this summer. They are going to be leasing them, it looks like, on a trickle basis up to that point. The lease price on this will be $399 a month. And not a great sticker on that. It looks like the price tag when they actually sell will probably be in the neighborhood of the mid-20s. It'll probably end up being slightly cheaper by the time it's all said and done than the Nissan Leaf. And real quick on Facebook, your kids, parents, your kids might be tricking you. We now have more than 20 million kids in this country on Facebook, those being under the age of 18. And get this, one of the most common practices, aliases. Remember that whole diary? Some kids kept two diaries. One they wanted their parents to read in case their mom got snoopy, and the other one, that was the real deal. Same thing's going on Facebook. Sometimes it's dual profiles. Sometimes it's aliases. But parents who think that they know everything that's going on with their kids because of their Facebook page might be reading the wrong Facebook page. Just a word to the wise. That's the cheat sheet for today. See you tomorrow.